We got good news and we got shitty, abysmal news. Oh my god. So, and massive cash burn news as well. Extreme cash burn. And we'll start off with, of course, deliveries, which is on everybody's minds. Last week, they got 2,900 weekly insurance registrations. Not good at all, falling from like 4,000 a couple months ago, now down in the 2,000 areas. Not looking too good. 2,900 so far this month until the 10th. From the 1st of December to the 10th, NIO has delivered 4,400 vehicles. So if you multiply that by 3 for the month, you're looking at around 12,000, or give or take maybe a little bit more, 12,000, 13,000, maybe even 14,000. But not very good numbers indeed. But what's going on with deliveries? Well, I go into the stores, it's empty, there's nobody there. I mean, like winter months, of course, you could blame the weather, you could blame whatever, but most of the reasoning is because of the lack of incentives. And there's not that much hype right now. It's pretty much calmed down. The trendiness pretty much calmed down. And even talking to some of the sales reps, they said, they're waiting for spring to come with heavy promotions. Now, the general push right now is to let people know that starting next year, there's going to be taxes, purchase tax for EVs and all new energy vehicles. So you better buy your car now, or else you're going to have to pay more in 2024. But it seems like people aren't really biting on this, and people don't really seem to care that much. And even if they do pay taxes, purchase tax, it's not that much. So definitely people are waiting for better promotions. And right now it seems like NIO hasn't really pushed hard with the promotion front. Sales reps also know that, so they're all waiting for good promotions, and that's probably when you're going to see a surge in deliveries. But for right now, deliveries are just so. Not many people in the stores, barely any. I think going forward, there's nothing really too big coming out, except for NIO Day with the ET9, which I'll release that video shortly in a couple hours. But apart from that, there's really nothing that they're launching that's going to be super exciting next year to really help boost sales. So it's all about promotions, incentives. And of course, in my personal opinion, with the purchase tax slapped on next year, it might be even harder to get sales. Just my personal opinion. And you think about this, Q4 is usually the month that you get a ton of sales. December, you usually get a ton of sales. Last year, what was happening? Everyone was rushing to take delivery of their NIO because they wanted to get the EV purchase subsidy, EV subsidy. Because if you take delivery after the end of 2022, if you take it in 2023, you miss out on the subsidy. So people were rushing in to take delivery of the car. We saw a massive delivery increase. But now there's no more subsidy, right? And there's tax exemption right now. But soon, next year, there's no tax exemption. There's only going to be partial exemption. And if the car purchase price is above 340k RMB, you still got to pay taxes. You got to pay purchase tax. So that's a big slap on the face, I think. But of course, if you go with BAS, you rent the battery, then you can still get that price. It's the receipt price. So even if your car costs like 400k and then you rent the battery instead of buying, of course, renting subtracts 70k. That puts the price down to 330k, and you're still tax exempt. So that's pretty good. I think that's something that they got going for BAS. And also, there's the big rumor, that they might change the battery prices. They might lower that down. And also for the BAS pricing, BAS monthly pricing, they might also lower that down, because right now lithium prices have been crashing like crazy. Its battery is much cheaper, so it makes sense to make the battery rental cheaper. It makes sense to make the battery purchase cheaper, because NIO still wants to sell more vehicles. So yeah, hopefully we can see that coming. But of course, NIO has a lot of good things going for them. For example, they won 3 awards. First of all, for Euro NCAP, they got 3 of their cars in the #1 spot. Basically, saying that their cars are the best in terms of safety. All right. They also want a Green Innovation Award for battery swap, and that showcases that battery swap is indeed a very good way of replenishing energy, and it's very sustainable for the future. Very good stuff. Lots of awards. Recently also Decar coming out with a lot of good stuff to say about NIOs. Very good. Cars are very good. It's just, it's not selling that well. Now, what is the other thing, the massive cash burn that I just realized? And this is, of course, the airport NIO house, the one in Shanghai, Hongqiao T2. It's a fantastic NIO house, and as a NIO owner, I'm extremely happy. And the thing about that NIO house is that everything is free. All right. Even the coffee is free. The snacks are free. You go there, you get free coffee, you get free snack, a platter of free snacks, waffles, biscuits, all sorts of snacks. You also get a free takeaway for snacks. Everything is free. You just have to basically pre-register. It doesn't cost you any NIO points, or you don't spend a single dollar, and it's all free. It's basically like one of those airport VIP lounges, and that's what it's supposed to be. But you can imagine the cost will be astronomical, right? You got to pay rent for that place, and you also got to pay the salary for the sales reps and everybody that's there, and then you also got to pay for all the free coffee and free snacks and free everything, which could be quite a lot of money. But of course, NIO views this as advertising, and I think, in my personal opinion, this is great advertising, because anybody that walks past that place, they're going to be able to see that NIO vehicle right there, and they're going to be interested in what NIO has to offer. And it's pretty much another big reason to buy the car. If you travel a lot out from Shanghai's airport and you travel to different cities, it's a no-brainer. You definitely have to buy a NIO now. I mean, there's no other excuse now. You have to buy a NIO. And that's the thing. NIO has all these privileges, all these freebies to incentivize people to buy their car. That's costing shareholders a lot of money, but it helps with sales. So how do you find the balance between that? Because from the surface, you guys might think, and I also kind of think, this would be a very bad thing to do, offering free drinks and free lounge, basically, and you don't even pay anything, not even one single NIO point or one single dollar, all free. I mean, of course, business-wise, it might seem like a very bad idea, but I think marketing, it's a fantastic idea. Get all these people jealous. All right, and if you travel a lot, you basically have to buy a NIO. There's no excuse now. But to be honest, as a NIO owner, I'm extremely happy about this. And, for sure, if I have to travel to Shanghai, I'm definitely going to take the airplane, and definitely going to be spending decent time at the store, at that NIO house. And if you guys were wondering, each NIO owner gets a free coffee, gets one of those free plates of snacks, and if you need more, you can get more. And the only way that you can actually pay is if you bring more than 2 people. All right, so NIO owner yourself, and you can bring one extra person, and if you have a third person that comes in, you have to actually pay like 1,000 NIO points, which is like 100 RMB, which is like $15 US, which is like nothing, basically, to bring another person in. So NIO's basically not getting any money from this. And also, the other way is, of course, if you want to buy NIO merch, you can use NIO points and buy NIO merch, NIO stuff, NIO life items at the store right there. And you can also check out the vehicle, which I guess is the main purpose of that place. Lounge, yes, but also, very importantly, sell the car. Try to get people to see the car, see the vehicle. And the general consensus amongst NIO owners, we're just so happy that we got this. I mean, like, this is super special. And we've been asking the GM of NIO in Beijing, when are we going to get one in Beijing? And he said it's coming soon. So perhaps in most of the big cities, very soon we might see one of these in every single city, in every single big city, all right? A NIO house in the airport. Because if you can't take the plane, and if you can afford the plane, then you're probably a person that can buy a car, probably. So I guess this is the category of people that they're targeting. So it makes sense. It makes sense. And you know, you guys might get upset, and I as a shareholder, I also kind of get a little bit upset, but I think it's all for the better. It's all marketing. Think of it as advertising. This is what NIO has been doing. The NIO houses are all advertising. They're just advertising symbols, getting the brand out there, letting people know the brand. Biggest problem is people don't know the brand. They don't know Battery Swap. So hopefully more people will know about NIO, more people will know about Battery Swap, and it makes sense. Anyways, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.